Hey guys, it's your girl Brianna here and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I create an array of beauty content from hair, makeup, and nail tutorials and product reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing these Apres French Gel X tips. I've used a number of Gel X tips. No, these are not dual forms. You're not supposed to pop them off. I've seen people comment that on other videos. What they are is they are ridge tips that have guidelines so that you can create an easy French nail design. As you can see right here, they do have ridges on them, and those ridges allow you to kind of, set your brush against the back of it and just follow the guideline easier than what it would be drawing it freehand. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a little demo to start with, and then as I prep my nails for application, I'll give you a review and thoughts, and then at the end, I'll show you how I got the design. So first things first, you want to etch the tip a little bit with some Gel X Prep. To be honest with you, you don't have to buy that product. I purchased it initially not realizing that it is majority acetone. You really can just get an old brush and acetone and just like scrub away until the surface gets tacky. It doesn't make the lines disappear. They'll still be there. I mean, you can eventually make the lines disappear if you over scrub, but you really just want to do it enough to make it tacky so that the polish adheres. The second step is really just to follow the guidelines. I'm using the French polish that Apres came out with. As you can see, it has an angled brush. I really do like this brush. I do think it makes it super easy to follow along with the lines. But later in this, you'll also see that I did use a liner brush just to test it out to see if purchasing all these polishes from Apres directly is even worth it. So one thing that I do want to note here is that you can go over the lines. So I've seen some people say, oh, it just kind of sits on the back of there, it's kind of foolproof. No, you can make mistakes, and when you do make mistakes, they are extremely difficult to clean. I didn't really make any with this set, but there's another set that I did where I accidentally went over the line, and then I tried to get just some alcohol to clean it up. That didn't work. Then I tried nail polish remover, and since you have to etch the tip before you put on the polish, it like just gets sucked down into those grooves, and like it just wanted to stay there. It didn't want to come off for me. Now, as you guys know, I'm an enthusiast. I'm not a professional tech, so keep that in mind while I'm saying this. Some of you guys are probably far more advanced than I am, and you may have an easier time, but keep that in mind. Right here, I'm using the liner brush, and it was honestly super easy. I tested these out with a lot of different polishes, and the one thing that I do want to warn you about and say is that you do need a polish that is going to be, more opaque. If you use a polish that, is a little see-through and you need like 3 coats to really make it opaque, it's probably not going to work for this purpose, because you're going to have to put way too many layers on. Because remember, after we do all of this and apply, you still have to put on 2 coats of top gel, and typically it takes 2 coats of polish, whether you're using the black, the white, whatever from the kit, to even like make it opaque. So as I prep my nails right here, I'm going to use this time to let you guys know what I actually think of these. I think that it's very nice, especially for enthusiasts like myself, to really get like that perfect French smile line. The one thing that I will say though is that if you're a professional tech, I have seen some people say it's just much easier to freehand. It's definitely not for me, but I don't do this, 8 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, so that is the difference. Another thing that I'll say is that it is kind of annoying to design them first. When you design them first, it's like you kind of have to like really wipe off the inhibition layer in order to apply them, or so much stuff will stick to the polish because most color polishes just dry tacky, I guess, unless you get like a one-step polish. The third thing that I say is that I feel like they were very intentional of locking you into buying more Apres products. Like I said earlier, you don't need the Gel X Prep. You can use 100% acetone, get an old scrub brush. Another thing is to make those lines disappear, which you'll see later in this video, you have to apply 2 coats of a rubber-based top coat. And what that means is basically the top coat, it still will, I guess it still dries without that tacky layer, but you can layer them on top of each other. If you use any other top coat like the Kiara Sky or like the regular top coat that Apres creates, which I believe is like scratch resistant or something like that, I can't remember the name of it, it won't work. Like those lines kind of won't disappear. The third thing that you should really know about this is that it's kind of annoying to even draw on the French tip. Since they have those ridges, you really have to be intentional about floating additional product in between the ridges, or they won't disappear even when you put on top coat, because you really have to get them to disappear with the color before you can even get them to disappear with the top coat. Now, although there is a learning curve associated with that, I do think like this has been the easiest way for me personally to get the, like, I guess perfect French tip. And for those of you who are wondering, I did use the Insatiable color of the Color Extend Gel to apply the French tips. As I've stated in previous videos, you really do have to cure it a lot longer than the clear, so keep that in mind. So now we're moving on to the design. I decided to kind of like, I guess, split the set half and half. So on the outer portion of my nails, I decided to do white, and on the inner portion, I decided to do black. And I'm using the exact same colors I was using before. The white is, I think it's called Baby Powder by Agile Beauty. I'll link it in the description below. And the black is obviously from Apres line. Now, what I will say about this black is that it was actually pretty hard to cure. You have to do super, super thin coats of that, or it will not cure, like no matter what, all the way through. I know that black gel polish is already harder to cure, but keep that in mind. Now to draw on the actual like yin and yang part, I took my long liner brush from Agile Beauty. It's actually dual ended, so there's a longer side and a shorter side. And I kind of drew like the little swirl in the middle. And then I took the Apres French brush and just filled in one of the sides with the black. And here I am applying the first coat of top coat to the French nails. You already really couldn't see the lines on camera, but with the first coat, if your lines are not starting to disappear, they probably aren't, which means you may need to go back in with some more acetone and really buff away those lines. That's the one trick that I've learned from this, is sometimes those lines genuinely just don't want to disappear, and that grinds my gears. But I did find that if you buff it off enough to the point where you can barely see it, it usually works. And you do have to float that top coat through and kind of apply it on a little thicker. Now I'm just taking a dotting tool. I took the white first, placed it over the black, and then I took the black, placed it over the white. Very simple. This nail, I already put some top coat on there. Then I decided to take this black glitter and put it over the nail. I like absolutely love how this turned out. I think one day I want to do like an all black set with an Insatiable gel and do like all French tips with the glitter. I think that would be super cute on some coffin shaped nails. I do have the coffin French tips, which I haven't used yet, and I think that would be super, super cute. And obviously I'm just taking the white and putting it on the other side. I believe I picked these glitters up from Amazon, and I'll find that and link those also in the description box below. But here is the final product. Ignore all of the product that's on my nails. I got that off. I'm sorry, on my fingers. I did get that off later. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what else you want to see from me. Bye.